Good day. It's still the 14th of June 2021. This one's going to be on the training for the Secret Service. And much like the training for the other federal agencies, it's a two-stage training process. And this applies whether you're going to the Uniform Division or to become a special agent. Both start at the James J. Rowley Training Center in Laurel, Maryland. It starts off with the first week, which is basically onboarding. They get your paperwork, get your direct deposit, personnel stuff. They also give you a little bit of a hard time. They bring in an instructor and pep talks, and you really did a lot to get here, and it's going to get very hard. Physical screening. That's about the hardest part of that first week. And then after that, they send you to one of two places, either Glencoe, Georgia, or Artesia, New Mexico for the FLETC training. And the FLETC training itself will take about 12 weeks. And again, if you're going in the Uniform Division, it's going to be the standard police package. So you're going to get the same thing that the other police agencies, whether it's the Capitol Police, whether it's the secret or the Supreme Court Police, or other federal police agencies, the Bureau of Indian Affairs Police. They go through roughly the same thing. It's basically how to do patrol operations, how to write a report, basically what a police officer has to do. Now, the criminal investigator training, it'll be common criminal investigator training, and those who train with you will be going on to ATF and to other agencies as well in the federal government. The only exceptions really being the DEA and the FBI. So if you're going to ICE or ATF or to an Office of Inspector General, you're going to go through this criminal investigator training program. And what that'll largely entail, it's going to be interview and interrogation, federal law, the federal code, the rules of evidence, rules of federal criminal procedure, basically the use of informants, use of technical devices, sources of information, basic investigative methods. So what you should be able to do when you finish this training is you should be able to get through it, and you would be a basic criminal investigator, qualified to understand how criminal investigation works in the federal government, but you wouldn't be specifically trained. And again, the Secret Service really is a specialized agency. Unlike the FBI, which seeks generalists because they have a very wide variety of what they do, Secret Service is largely protective. If you're Uniform Division, that's all it is protective. If you are a special agent, it's 95% protective, about 5% counterfeiting, and a little bit of financial crimes, but mostly what they do is the protection. And why is it that there's so many of them? That's a good question, because there weren't many of them before, but if you see that now that they're constantly hiring, and they're even hiring men my age. I got an inbox thing saying, re-employment for federal agent annuitants, 1811 annuitants, which is what I am. And before, the cutoff age had been age 60, and now they're moving it up. So I figured, what the heck is this? Would they take someone from another agency and someone who's over age 60, which is pretty rare? And the answer is right now, yeah, they will. And the reason being, you have to stop and think about this. The protectees not only include the president, the big guy, and his spouse, but his children. So, Hunter Biden, like him, don't like him, he has a detail, okay, and somebody's got to do it, okay. The brothers and sisters of the president and the first lady, the vice president, the first gentleman, their children, they all have protective details. It takes a lot of people to be on a protective detail. To staff a position 24/7, 365 takes 5 people. If you were police, you know that you need to hire 5 people to have one position full all the time with time off, leave, and everything else. Probably 6. And even the smallest detail, you're going to need a lot of people. Add on to that the former presidents, the spouses of former presidents, and that at campaign time, it really picks up, because then presidential candidates and their family members also are involved, and they keep their protection for 120 days. So it is very labor intensive in that respect. Now I'm going to put a short video on the training, and then we'll take it from there.
Ready, set, go.
From pursuit driving to precision braking.
Good, break the plane, good.
Firearms training. And grueling physical tests. The United States Secret Service is focused on recruiting people with some key attributes: sound judgment and strong character.
The Secret Service it's a very prestigious agency. When you say the name, everyone recognizes who you're talking about.
Brian Hackett was inspired to help protect our country after witnessing September 11th. He served in the Army and local law enforcement, and he vividly remembers the D.C. area sniper attacks.
That's what really pushed me over the edge and wanted to help people that couldn't help themselves.
New Secret Service hires like these are put through intensive training for as long as 18 weeks. The goal is to provide real-world experiences that will prepare them for anything.
Individuals who will do well with the physical and mental demands that this job will impose upon them.
The Secret Service strives to attract people from diverse backgrounds, not just law enforcement and military. Among the successful recruits, school teachers, professional athletes, lawyers, and even a ballet dancer.
This is an agency that challenges you each and every day, brings out the best in you, as well as your fellow agents and officers.
Derek Jackson is training to be a special agent. The former drug enforcement detective served in the Army in Afghanistan.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, you work your whole life trying to do the right thing and stand out of trouble, and to be able to have a career like this, it's a gift.
The Secret Service has launched an aggressive social media campaign to find the best and the brightest.
Through Twitter, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, through iHeartRadio.
With more threats than ever before, even at the White House, the new recruits need to be ready. Andrea McCarran, WUSA 9.
Okay, the training looks cool. It is cool. I mean, it's really high-speed stuff. The problem with it is, the job, it's either for you or it's not. The training is for something you hope will never have to happen, and will never happen. But you're not going to be out there kicking doors. You're not going to be doing a lot of moving surveillance. You're going to be doing mostly protective work. And that also, some of these people are easy to deal with, and some of them are not. So I mean, again, would this be the detail for me, the job for me? The answer is no, but it might be for you. So if it is, go to usajobs.gov, put your application in, and the uniform division, I don't think it's that hard to get into, really, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of turnover in the uniform division. The special agents, again, there was a guy in my ordination class, diaconate, special agent for the Secret Service. He went from that to the TSA as a reemployed annuitant when they were starting up the TSA. He just retired from that, so he's a GS-15 double retiree. So he never has to do anything again. So, but hope this was enjoyable, and hope it was a bit informative. And if this is something you want, go for it.